right. Hi, Granger kiddos. This is Miss Turner. I hope you're all having an awesome day at home with your families. Today we're going to read the book, The Mitten. This is an awesome book. It's one of my favorites. It was written and illustrated by a person called Jan Brett. What do you think this story is going to be about? I know I see a lot of animals on the front. Wow, there's a bear. There's a fox, there's an owl, and there's one mitten all by itself in the middle. Let's read and find out what happens in this story. It says, once there was a boy named Nicky who wanted his new mittens made from wool as white as snow. Notice how these pictures have these things on the side. I see a mitten shape. And I wonder if that's his grandma. It looks like she's making mittens. Let's look at the next page. At first, his grandmother, Baba, did not want to knit white mittens. If you drop them in the snow, she warned, you'll never find it. But Nicky wanted snow white mittens, and finally, Baba made them. So it looks like his grandma's making him the mittens. After she finished, she said, when you come home, first, I will look to see if you are safe and sound, but then I will look to see if you still have your snow white mittens. It sounds like she might think he might lose his mittens because they're the same color as the snow. So off Nicky went, and it wasn't long until one of his new mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. Uh-oh, it's just like his grandma said, he left a mitten behind. A mole, tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten and burrowed inside. It was cozy and warm and just the right size, so he decided to stay. I hope you can see the mole is so little and he's going into the mitten. I see Nicky's still playing over here, and there's another animal coming from the side. A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. He hopped for a moment to admire his winter coat. It was then he saw the mitten and he wiggled in, feet first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big feet, he moved over. Uh-oh, that mitten looks like it's getting pretty stretched out. I wonder what animal will come next. I think they're giving us a clue on this page. I see Nicky, he's playing. Next, a hedgehog came snuffling along. A hedgehog is a very pokey animal, kind of like a porcupine. Having spent the day looking under wet leaves for something to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself. The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jostled, but not being ones to argue with someone covered in spikes, they made room. Whoa, let's use our picture power. Look at the mitten. It's getting so stretched out. I think that would be too big for my hand, and I'm an adult. As soon as the hedgehog disappeared into the mitten, what animal is this? An owl, right. Attracted by all the commotion, swooped down. When he decided to move in also, the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog grumbled. But when they saw the owl's glimmering talons are another word for claws, they moved over and let him come in. I see Nicky's still playing on this side. Oh, here's our next animal. Up through the snow appeared a badger. He eyed the mitten and began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, and the owl were not pleased. There was no room left. But when they saw his sharp diggers are kind of like claws, They let him in. Look at all those animals in that mitten. Do you think there's going to fit any more? We'll find out. Here's another animal. Oh, and I see Nikki's playing. I wonder what animal will come after that. It started snowing, but the animals were snug and warm in their mitten. A waft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox came by to investigate. Just the sight of the cozy mitten made him feel sleepy. The fox poked his muzzle in. When the mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl, and the badger saw his shiny teeth, they moved over and gave the fox lots of room. Wow, there are so many animals in that mitten. I wonder if they're all going to fit. That mitten looks as big as a person almost. What animal's here? It's a bear. I wonder if the bear is going to fit in the mitten. Let's read and find out. A great bear lumbered by. He spied the mitten all plumped up. Not being one to be left out in the cold, he began to nose his way in. The animals were packed in as tight as can be. But what animal would argue with a bear? The mitten swelled and stretched. It pulled and bulged to many times its normal size. But Baba's good knitting held fast. Wow, she must have been really good at knitting if all that mitten is still staying together. It's so stretched out. Whoa, look at all those animals in the mitten. Along came a meadow mouse, no bigger than an acorn. Do you see her? She's so small, she's on the bear's nose. She wiggled into the one space left and made herself comfortable sitting on the bear's nose. Ooh, uh-oh. I see in the picture on the side, it looks like Nicky's realized he forgot his mitten. He sees he only has one left. The bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze. Achoo! Uh-oh! The force of the sneeze shot the mitten up into the sky and scattered the animals in all directions. Wow, those animals are all over the place. I can't believe they all fit in that tiny mitten. Here's, do you remember this character? It's Nicky. On his way home, Nicky saw a white shape in the distance. It was the lost mitten, silhouetted against the blue sky. He found his lost mitten. I wonder what will happen next. It looks like he's catching his mitten out of the air. As he ran to catch his snow-white mitten, he saw Baba's face in the window. First, she looked to see if he was safe and sound. Then she saw he still had both of his new mittens. So it sounds like her prediction, her guess about what would happen is wrong. He did come back with both his mittens. I wonder if she knows that he lost one, though. This page has no words, so we have to use our picture power. I think that his grandma is noticing that this mitten is so big and the other mitten is so small. I wonder if she knows why that mitten is so big. The end. If you're watching with your parents, tell your parent why in the end of the story was one mitten bigger than the others. This also would be a great time to talk to your parent or your sibling or whoever you're watching with and tell them, who are the characters in this story? Who are the people or animals who thought and felt? What do you think the setting was? What season do you think it was? Was it summer? Was it spring? Was it winter? Where were they? You can also try to retell the story or say what you remember happened. All right, I hope you have a great day. I miss you all.